What's up YouTube, and welcome to the premiere video review of Supergirl Season 2. So we had Supergirl Season 2 premiere on CW just a few hours ago, and in my opinion it is the best of the premieres so far, just because the fact that the quality has not changed since it came from CBS. It has simply improved, and the dynamics and the relationships between the characters has changed quite a lot for the better. So we've got Supergirl with her cousin finally. We've got Superman turn up to help her save the Venture space rocket that coincidentally Lena Luthor was on. So Lena Luthor is going to be a recurring character this season because her brother is weirdly trying to kill her, and in the comics Lena Luthor actually tried to kill Lex himself, so it's kind of turned on its head somewhat there. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that we're going to get Lena Luthor as a kind of, not ally, but she's not a villain. She's kind of just coexisting with everyone in this world, and in the end she got to survive and rebrand LexCorp. So it's pretty cool to see the references to all the Christopher Reeve, Richard Donner era Superman films, especially when we got to see Superman actually turn up at the DEO and everyone was just in awe of him, and we got to hear about when the earthquake hit and when Lex Luthor calls this earthquake, which is something that happened in the movies. So we're getting a very classic Superman. This is a very Christopher Reeve style, goody two shoes, all good Superman, not the kind of stoic, godlike Henry Cavill, which is cool because it exists in both worlds. We've got two different versions of Superman, which I really like. I like the Henry Cavill version. I like the classic Superman. So it's pretty cool that we're getting those as well. And it's interesting to see Superman has a falling out with Martian Manhunter himself, John, because, well, what happened was there was Operation Emerald when they first discovered kryptonite, and the DEO wanted to keep all of that kind of crazy kryptonite to deal with themselves and just deal with extra threats, but Superman was not having that one bit. So that's why he got out of the fold and left the DEO, and we saw that kind of bad blood between the two. Now, talking of bad blood between relationships, it does look like Jimmy Olsen, poor old Jimmy Olsen, has been sentenced to the Phantom Friend Zone, which, poor him, but he seems superfluous to the cast so far, and it felt like they were just mopping up and ending that story because maybe on the CW they didn't want to follow on with that story and wanted to have more interesting stories than just having a very token love story, which seemed a bit pointless. But the episode as a whole was really, really fantastic, and it was filled with Easter eggs. So we found out who the person was and who they were trying to kill, and that was Lena Luthor, and it was John Corbin, the person who was ready to do anything for the Luthors. He was a world famous assassin, and we saw him, and he was mentioned by Alex to be a member of, or working for, Intergang, who is someone who was actually powered by Apocalypse technology. They were given Apocalypse technology. The Kasnian terrorists, which Kasnia was obviously the place where Vandal Savage took over in Legend of Tomorrow. So some pretty cool Easter eggs there, and it's pretty cool that we got them early on, and we got some really cool little nods to the rest of the universe. So in the comics, Metallo is actually powered by kryptonite, and we know where there's a massive store of kryptonite, that's at the DEO. So it seems like Project Cadmus will probably send him there to take the kryptonite and possibly take out the DEO as well. So Project Cadmus is going to be the big villain moving forward in this series, so that's going to be pretty decent to see that. I'm excited to see how that will progress because Metallo will possibly be a very good enemy. It's a very classic villain itself, and the reason why Superman came and to the DEO and helped out was that, well, there's a Daxamite on the planet, which is crazy because Daxamites were the ones who actually helped invade Earth in the invasion storyline, and we know that is the four-night crossover that's coming forward. So it's interesting to see how they work that out, and that is Mon-El, who is there and had a first appearance in Superboy, and so it's a big thing that we're going to get him in the show. So I'm very happy overall with the quality of the episode. It is a fantastic watch, and well, that's it for that video. Please do drop a like, please do subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.